Jeffrey looks old, Lauren looks tired. Whoever wrote the script needs to get fired. Your zombie show's a shit show, no two ways about it. Nobody likes your stupid ass show. Nobody likes your stupid ass show. Like really, could you not come up with anything better than that pile of donkey shit you call an episode? The Walking Dead dumb city, just retire. Nobody.
So really, what better way to, other than if Rings of Power was out now, what better way to come back to this channel than by talking about The Walking Dead? One of the first shows I ever started reviewing, either in writing or on YouTube, was The Walking Dead. And long, long ago, in a far, far away time, when many of you were but wee lads and lasses, or but twinkles in your mother and father's eyes, there was a show called The Walking Dead that was actually pretty good, based on some pretty good graphic novels. And it's still going in various forms. We have many spin-offs. The actual Walking Dead show ran for 12 seasons, and then there was the World Beyond, and there was Daryl Dixon, and there was The Ones Who Lived with Rick and Michonne, and there is Dead City with the unlikely enemies to friends, the frenemy duo Negan and Maggie, and this is now in its third season. Now, I don't know how well versed you are in Walking Dead lore, but there was this one little episode long ago where Negan, who it was the leader of a group called the Saviors, he bashes a character named Glenn's head in with a spiked baseball bat and kills him in a really, really, really grotesque way. And that was Maggie's husband, who she was pregnant with his baby. And now they're in a show together, working together in Manhattan. So I've read some reviews before this came out. I heard some buzz on the internet saying that this was the best season yet. There was all the usual crap from AMC and from Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Lauren Cohen and all the people involved in the show itself saying this is the best season yet of The Walking Dead, Dead City. It's so cool, and maybe after this first episode it will get better. And I was a little excited because Jimmy Simpson is in this season, and you may recognize him from Westworld and from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. So where he plays almost identical characters in those two shows, and that's not true at all. But I suppose his character in this show seems more like Always Sunny than his character in Westworld. But who knows? The Walking Dead people love their westerns. A lot of Fear the Walking Dead, which I forgot to mention earlier, was framed as a western in kind of the most incompetent and insanely bad way you can imagine. Fear the Walking Dead still gives pretty much every other prestige cable TV show a run for its money when it comes to just pure awful badness. Even Rings of Power. Rings of Power is better than Fear the Walking Dead. Anyways, so I watched the first episode of Season 3 of The Walking Dead, Dead City, and I was thinking, all right, what I've been told is that Maggie and Negan have set aside their differences finally, so we're just going to be done. We're going to dispense with all that, that weird tension because he killed her husband brutally with a bat and left her child, Herschel, fatherless. And then... I have a little bit of a complicated relationship with that whole thing because it's true also that Rick's group attacked the Saviors first and Glenn among them killed a bunch of Saviors in their sleep for no reason. That wasn't like they had, they were getting revenge or they were just doing this to help Gregory at the Hilltop. So they kind of deserved it. But they've just dragged this shit out. I don't even care who's right or wrong anymore. They've dragged this shit out for so long, and I was like, all right, cool. This season they're gonna stop with the Negan versus Maggie stuff. They're just gonna get over it. They're just gonna wipe the slate clean and be homies and it's cool. But like the opening scene is Negan bitching to Maggie about how she stabbed him and ruined his life and took a blah, 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 blah. There's this long, dragged out scene. And she's like, I'm sorry, Negan. How many times do I have to say I'm sorry to you? Lauren Cohen's acting chops are just, I'm sorry to say it, she just isn't good. She is one of the least talented actors on The Walking Dead. And I don't know, just she's attractive or something. People are fans of her because of that. She is no Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Although Jeffrey Dean Morgan and his Negan, like, okay, sure, he's charming, he's charismatic, he's menacing. He's a one-trick pony, though. Like, he's just so predictable. Like, his whole speech pattern, like, ever since the whole eeny, meeny, miny, mo thing, like, I don't know. I'm sick of these characters. I'm tired of this show. Why do I keep watching it? And it's because I made a commitment. Okay? It's like I made a pact with the devil and blood or something, kind of like marriage. Shit, my marriage didn't last as long as my relationship with The Walking Dead has. But here I am still reviewing these damn shows. But they're back in Manhattan and like immediately they're immediately like captured by these two other people who recognize them as being Negan and like the Croats #1 guy and stuff. Like, you know, because New York is this tiny city where it's just super easy to just run into everybody whenever they're, you know, you just walk around and you run into people, which happens the rest of the episode. Herschel, who Maggie was separated from by the Dama last season, like he just runs into them also. Everyone just runs into each other. Then the Croat appears. They all just appear in the same street in New York. Have you been to New York? It's really big. If I were making a zombie show that took place in New York City, even in just the Manhattan portion of it, like there would be zombies everywhere, and like just getting like 3 blocks would be this harrowing, horrifying experience. But if I were to make a zombie show, if AMC were to be like, hey, Eric, we want to be friends again. Not only will we send you screeners again, because they don't send me screeners for shit anymore, we're going to put you in charge of a zombie show. Like, I would not make this kind of show at all. Like at all. It would be so different. But I don't want to give away any of my ideas because they'd be way too good and somebody might steal them. But I would just do, okay, what I would do is I would at least just try to make everything make sense. Like, that's the fundamental, like, that's the bedrock, right? Like, it's a zombie show. That doesn't mean that everything has to just happen nonsensically all the time. Just at the very basic level, everything that happens has to make sense. It has to be based on choices that characters make. Right? Herschel and the Croat and these guys, they don't just run into Negan and stuff. It's because Negan and Maggie and these other guys, let's say, they hear an explosion, so they go to investigate, and that's the explosion that the Croat had done. And they run into each other because they are drawn to this sound. Or maybe, if they were smart, they'd actually go the other way because zombies would be drawn to the sound. There was a lot of other things I would do differently. Point is, we are back to where we were with this stupid franchise, which is there is another community, this community that these other two survivors, Renata and I don't know, Chucho's brother, I can't remember his name, Hector, or I have it written down somewhere. It's a Renata and Luis. They have like a hospital. A hospital? Where have we heard of that before? Oh yeah, there was a hospital in The Walking Dead, and that's where the character Beth was killed. It was a hospital. And guess what? In this season, apparently, they're bringing back the actress who plays Beth. Her name is, it's been so long since I've even thought of her, Emily Kinney. I used to date a girl named Alicia Kinney. Anyways, they're bringing her back for some alternate reality episodes. Apparently this season's getting zany. They're doing some crazy zany things with it. It's going to be wacky and weird and wild and fun. But really, honestly, the actors seem tired. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is cashing in a paycheck at this point. Lauren Cohen tried to go do other things and was unsuccessful, and so came crawling back to The Walking Dead. and has somehow eked out this terrible TV series. It is just the most pointless. Like, I don't know. Like, I could see a show about zombies set in Manhattan being pretty interesting. Like, you've got the close urban setting. There would be millions of zombies, right? There's so many people, and everything would be congested, and there's subways, and there's so much you can do with this. But instead, it's like this crazy, stupid plot. Like, here's this. The Croat has destroyed all the methane that they have produced. They've been producing methane from zombies in the previous seasons, but then this other group called the New Babylon, which are like these, I don't know, like cowboy fascists or something, they took over. All these groups, by the way, are led by women, and all the women are terrible people. I don't know what they're trying to say with this. I guess that female leaders are generally insane and bad, and because the Dama is also one of the leaders. She's in charge of the Croat, actually. Anyways, he blows up the methane, but these survivors, they need it because one of their people is having a baby, and the baby is like preemie baby, so it's going to need an incubator, and they need the methane to power the incubator because there's no other way in the history of humankind that babies have had, care without power. Honestly, it's very stupid. It's a very stupid episode. It makes very little sense. It's the same, just absolute god awful writing. And like by the end, like Maggie and Negan they've made up, and they're cool now. So I guess that's the rest of the season. They're going to be free of arguing about who's worse and who's bad. The Jimmy Simpson bits were kind of funny. He runs like a bar by himself in Manhattan, and he has like a whole system of food where he grows like maggots and then feeds frogs with the maggots and feeds turkeys with the frogs, and apparently he has coyotes that eat the turkeys. So he's got like a food chain. I don't know why he goes up to coyotes, because really you don't want to have predators in your domesticated animal urban farm. You want to have like turkeys be the top of that food chain. But I don't expect any of it to make sense. It's Fear the Walking Dead levels of stupid at this point, and it's only like partially saved because Jeffrey Dean Morgan is an entertaining actor. I can't really give credit to much of anything else. The cinematography, the special effects, the music, it's all just pretty pedestrian and dull. And at some point I'm going to have to give up. I'm going to have to give up. I've given up a lot of things in my life. I've given up alcohol. I'm still in the process of giving up nicotine, but I'm trying real hard. I'm trying real hard to be nicotine free. And I haven't smoked cigarettes in years, so I haven't drank caffeine in days. Like, I am trying to be a Viking Spartan warrior, and I think maybe I might have to give up The Walking Dead to fully accomplish my goals, because it could potentially drive me crazy. Though I did ride my assault bike the entire time I was watching that episode. So that was good. I'm going to also talk about The Odyssey. I'm going to talk about the new Neuromancer trailer. I'm going to talk about some The Widow's Bay and some other shows that have been awesome this year, some stuff that's been bad. I'm going to try to do some more like, hey, look, it's a trailer. Let's talk about this trailer. I've gotten some great feedback from you guys about what you'd like to see more of. I am going to continue to work on the production values of these videos, but I'm not going to obsess over it. I think one thing that kind of like burnt me out last time is that I had just really gotten obsessed with like lighting and color grading and sound, and I wanted my videos to look as good as like the YouTubers who teach you how to make your videos look good. And I go down these rabbit holes, and then I like realize that I can't do it, or that it would just take more than one person can do. I don't have assistants or editors. Even at Forbes, I don't have editors. I do everything by myself. So I'm a one-man band, quite literally. And you just, at a certain point, you have to realize your limitations. So I'm really good at rambling, obviously, but I'm going to stop this now. And I'd like, if you're watching The Walking Dead, Dead City, Garbage City, whatever it is, let me know what you think of it so far. If you have other shows that you're curious about, again, in the comments, let me know. There's so much else going on. I want to talk about the Westies also, which is on MGM and is actually decent. It's kind of like Scorsese light. And From. I need to make a From video. I have so many videos I want to make, and I'm very excited to be making videos again. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. Leave comments. And follow me on the social media places, though I hate social media, so don't even worry about that if you don't want to. But follow me here because this place is lovely, and you're lovely. And
really, could you not come up with anything better than that pile of donkey shit you call an episode? The Walking Dead dumb city just retire. Nobody likes your stupid ass show. Nobody likes your stupid ass show. Nobody likes your stupid ass show.